with tons of driveway material, plus the finest topsoil, compost, and humus. Fick Landscape Supplies, with 2 locations to serve you. Find out more at ficklandscapesupplies.com. Like us on Facebook. Now let's get Fick and busy. Well, in Ovid yesterday morning, officials issued a shelter-in-place order when police said that a man with a knife was in the vicinity posing a threat. By around noon, they believe the man had left the area in a stolen white 2K25 Chevy Silverado, and he remains at large. Social media posting indicating that he, along with one other person whom Shiawassee County Sheriff's deputies did arrest, were originally wanted on outstanding warrants. A Monroe County woman who drove drunk into the Swan Creek Boat Club last year, killing 2 children and injuring several other people, convicted yesterday on 2 counts of second-degree murder. 67-year-old Marcella Chidester's blood alcohol level at the time was reportedly found to be over the considered super drunk level. President Trump pausing the 25% tariffs on some Mexican and Canadian imports until April 2nd. The 1-month exemption will lift tariffs for all Canadian and Mexican goods compliant with the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement. Roughly 50% of imports from Mexico and 38% of imports from Canada comply with the USMCA. Michigan State clinched the regular season Big Ten basketball title last night. Spartans defeating Iowa 91-84 for their 6th win in a row. Red Wings lost for the 4th straight time, falling to the Utah Hockey Club 4-2. Tonight, the Wings will be playing the Capitals in Washington. Also in hockey, the Saginaw Spirit beat the Barrie Colts 7-4 last night. That one at the Dow Events Center. And to cap this one off, of course, this Sunday at 2 a.m., we switch clocks forward to 1 hour ahead to daylight saving time. And health experts say that just that 1 hour adjustment can knock your body out of whack. They say the shift can result in sleep trouble for weeks, and studies have found an uptick in heart attacks and strokes right after the time change. They say one way to ease that adjustment is to get more sunshine to help reset your circadian rhythm for healthy sleep. That's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox.
Change all your watches and clocks in your home. 1 hour ahead, spring forward, you know. It's daylight savings wherever you roam.
This song is not valid in Arizona and Hawaii.
'Cause the times they are a-changin'. 103.9 The Fox.
Increasing cloudiness today with a slight chance we'll see a shower or 2 late this afternoon. Temps to top out around 40 with the west winds at 7 to 13 that'll gust to 20 miles an hour. Skies are going to gradually clear out overnight with temperatures sliding down to around 22, and then we're expecting a generous helping of sunshine tomorrow much of the day and about 36. Sunday, more sun and warmer, 47. Right now 28 in Flint and in Saginaw 29.
Hey, you know what today is, you guys?
What?
National Employee Appreciation Day.
Aha!
Let's see how they're going to take care of us here at the radio station.
Greetings, worker number 7365928. You are a valued employee. The company would like to thank you for your years of hard work by offering you a 10% discount on any items in the markdown rack on this special day. We appreciate your dedication. Happy Employee Appreciation Day.
This is the Foxhole Morning Show on Wausau,
Flint's Classic Rock Authority.
103.9. The Fox. We got an exclusive. A release. Brand new. From Mark Farner of Great Funk Railroad. And of course now, Mark Farner's American Band. He's standing by. We've got him coming up next after the fabulous Thunderbirds. 103.9 The Fox.
Well, we're ready for the weekend. I know that you are. Good morning, all, on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitch. Calling roll this morning. I see Linda's here on YouTube. So is Eric from California. Good morning, Eric and Linda. Dale is checking in from Arizona. Well, they're not worried about a time change this weekend. They just refuse to do it. They're just that contrary in Arizona. Welcome to Dale. Good morning. Also, Kim is here. That's Ohio Kim. They do change the clocks over there. Good morning, Kim. Also, Canada Dan, got some news out of Canada about one of your fine countrymen in a few minutes here, Canada Dan. So welcome to you. As we get Friday morning underway, we are the 7th of March, and we are now down to, 2 days until the time change. So here we are at 7:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, but we kick it ahead to a daylight saving time on Sunday morning at 2, unless you're like Dale and those folks in Arizona. And Hawaii also. And we're also going to be 12 days away from the official arrival of spring. 12 days. And we'll start to see the temperatures and the general conditions slant in that direction here. We've got 50s and 60s coming up next week around here. I don't know about in your area. Of course, in Culver City, Colorado, or California, they don't have to worry about that. They've been in 60s for a long time. Same thing, Arizona. But we're going to be doing some things with the temperatures. Looking good in the coming days. So as people join us on this Friday morning, we get ready for the weekend. It's a longer... Hold on.
75 southbound at the Miller Road exit. Okay, there is an accident, and the cops are there. All right. All right, well, thank you for the update. We really appreciate you. Take care.
All right, we're going to get a traffic tip. Today, the traffic situation is much less insane than yesterday was. Yesterday was kind of goofy. We had, because of the fact that we had such winterish kind of weather yesterday, we ended up with slick roads and it created problems. We had a situation where for a while we weren't really sure what was happening yesterday, but what was happening was that on our northbound side of I-75, which heads up to the Birch Run area, which of course Jacko and I know so well, but on the freeway part of it, there was a semi that had become involved in a crash of some type, and while the fire truck was over there making sure that everything was all copacetic, a vehicle that was not observing the Michigan law, which is when you see a flashing vehicle's lights, move over. They didn't, and it slammed right into the back of the fire truck, and that's what created a big problem for hours on the freeway around here.
Guy who's been tough all his life, man. I remember seeing this guy on stage one time at Pine Knob.
Yeah?
The Ringo Starr All-Star Band.
You know where I saw Grand Funk for the first time? North Branch.
Well, I saw it for the first time at St. Joe's High School Gymnasium in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh, wow, see?
But this was years later, of course, and with the shirt off and the buff.
Oh.
Mark Farner's on the phone with us. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, Johnny and Steph.
How are ya?
Oh, man, I'm loving it. I'm sucking air, and my eyes are wide open, y'all.
You're in your house in Michigan, correct?
Yeah, man.
All right, well, listen.
Standing in front of my stove waiting on this water to boil.
Good for you. It's breakfast coffee time. I'm looking at an old picture, that picture of you that I've forgotten about, frankly, but we came across it.
Got the word of the day. It's copacetic. Learn how to spell, pronounce, using a sentence. Copacetic.
Airplane. How old is that picture?
Yeah, that's back when Flood Rock was opening for us. That was, I think it was 70, Johnny. I'm not sure.
This is Mark Farner, formerly of Grand Funk Railroad, with us.
Stuff kind of flakes off.
You were there. We're there. We understand.
Yeah.
So I have been spending...
I'm 6 years into. I'm 6 years deep into this 70s stuff.
Good for you.
So I have been spending a lot of time with Grand Funk, even before we had them. And can I just say thank you for that cover?
She's staring at your loincloth.
Ah, yeah, that was great. That was up in the hills up above Hollywood, and it's a park up there in that cave that we are, posed 400 yards down, through, and then that was the entrance. And as this guy, they're using 35 millimeter film shooting that picture, and so he's swapping out cans of film. We got a fire going. It's 110 degrees.
Our favorite Marine joining us on Facebook. Most of you are on YouTube, can't see your comments, but Heather is here. Good morning, Heather.
We go back in the shade.
Northern Virginia checking in to listen to Mark Farner, formerly of Grand Funk Railroad.
Loading the cameras, and we start hearing these voices of little kids. And the little kids came around the corner, and they saw us, and they hollered, "Wow! Mom!"
Oh, my God, we just discovered undiscovered prehistoric men living
It's a
up in
new
the hills.
species.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey,
Well, again,
That
thank
was
you,
great.
Mark.
yeah. We've been listening.
Morning, Tina. Welcome, New Jersey.
You first got this new
And, of course, Rob Suka. Hello, Finland. Good afternoon.
Mark Farner
My home, yeah.
is just a beautiful album with some great music on it. But today is a kind of a big day. Friday, nationwide, Pacific time, I believe, you're going to be releasing this new lyric video for one of the songs on there. It's actually the first song on the album, and it's called
Yes.
Eddie Moore. What? Can you explain what Eddie Moore is supposed to be about? 'Cause I have my own interpretation.
Anymore, yeah, my interpretation is anymore, because you can give, you got a lot of problems in life, and the earth is covered with people with a lot of problems, but we can give all of those problems to love, and then it don't matter anymore.
Yeah, and ultimately, love is the whole reason for living. And what?
Absolutely, man. Love is described with one word, Brother Johnny, and that is forgiveness.
There you go. Exactly. Boy, we're on the same page there,
You betcha.
man. All right, so I want to play this for everybody, and I want everybody to listen to the lyrics, cause especially the second verse, and then I want to talk to you about that, okay?
Yeah, man.
All right, it's coming up. But first of all, here it is. Let me see if I can...
Okay, well, we're not going to listen to that because we've got people who listen to us and say, you are violating copyright, sir. So therefore, you can't do this.
Called Eddie Moore. Wait, hold on now. For crying out loud, what's going on here?
Stupid internet.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, so they're going to play that. And while they're doing that, we're going to watch until they come back and chat again. Meantime, since we got enough folks here that need smiles, let's start you with one. And this is a leader dog of sorts. I'm not talking about leader dogs for the blind here. I'm talking about a dog that is leading a couple of other animals on the trails of Farmington, New Mexico. This is Spanky the Golden Doodle, who's out with the miniature horses Rocky and Biscuits. Okay? This is Spanky, who's out there with Rocky and Biscuits, the miniature horses in and what did I say? Farmington, New Mexico. There you go. Interesting that we have a horse by the name of Biscuit here, because once upon a time, when we were doing our story time with Uncle Hal segments back during COVID, we did have a story about an animal. It was in this case a dog named, now it's going to look backwards, but named Biscuit. Good night, Biscuit. This is one of the many books that we got out and during COVID we're reading to you in the evenings. And in fact, Heather likes pets with food with food names. All right, does that mean you've had some with food names? I'm trying to go back through the names of the. Well, I tell you what, the very first dog that I was ever part of my life would be when I was a little kid growing up in Detroit, and my mom and dad had I've talked about this little guy in the past, but was a Cocker Spaniel by the name of Taffy. So I guess that qualifies. None of the other dogs that have happened in life here since then, and there have been 7 others, and a cat, were never named after foods. But Taffy was the very first one. So there's that. Spanky and his gang, exactly, Linda says. That's exactly what gang should be named. I'm telling you what. Oh, Heather already knows about the Biscuit the Dog books. She's already read them to her kids. I wish that, you know what? It's too bad, Heather, that you weren't around with us to join us back in the COVID days. And it goes back to, of course, it's almost exactly 5 years ago. We're talking about 2K20, when everybody was locked down. Nobody could do anything. And that was the reason why we started that whole story time with Uncle Hal thing, which happened on Friday nights on Periscope, because the idea was all the folks who were here on our regular live streams could bring their kids or grandkids, sit them on down in front of the whatever you were using as your device to see us, and watch as we did this reading stories to kids thing. It turned out to be Uncle Hal reading to adults stuff all that time.
Yeah, man. Okay, yeah, that second verse is about forgiveness from what happened in your life, the breakup of the band, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and
if I didn't have that resolve, because a friend of mine, he used to beat a cop out in Fenton. His favorite saying every time turn around, he would say it, Barner. It wouldn't matter if it did matter. I finally got it.
It wouldn't matter if it didn't matter.
That's the forgiveness part. Because if you don't, the things that you hold that has hurt will eat your lunch. I'm telling you, my power is my own
Rob Suga's Periscope got 1,000 views on pandemic time. We did do pretty well as far as our audience here, for sure.
I'm your captain.
Okay, hold on. What's going on with Tina? Took the wrong pills last night. Okay, Tina took the wrong pills last night? Really?
And I'm working towards getting there.
Forgiveness is tough, especially when it comes to forgiveness.
Ravsuka, I don't think Tina has blue pills. I'm just assuming this, but she doesn't have blue pills.
And getting rid of that is freeing, is it not? It's
What did I read?
Oh, man, brother. It is
Well, hold on.
the key to happiness and joy.
I got a bunch of them.
We got to let that... Look, we all know that we ain't going to live on this planet forever. We got just a few years here.
We got butt out.
I think it's like a test. All this stuff that we could hang on to and that could be eating our lunch.
We got one called There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Chick.
Stays behind. You know, get the big picture right now. All this crap stays behind, man. The only thing we take
We
from
got-
this is the love, and so let's get some of that going.
Hang on.
Yep, and Christian stated as putting all your problems at his feet.
We got Barnyard Bottoms.
Lay 'em down.
You got it. Mark Farner, it's always been wonderful to talk to you. Where can people hook up with this album and this song?
We got Ryan's Pizza Party.
On the Fox Facebook page.
Up now at the Fox Facebook page, yes.
Anybody wants to read those lyrics off.
And we got The Wonky Donkey. This one was especially popular.
The album. How do they do that? At markfarner.com?
At markfarner.com.
All right, beautiful.
You got it, brother.
All right, and on Facebook, it's Mark Farner's American Band. You can check him out there. On YouTube, look for the official Mark Farner.
Do you have any shows coming up, Mark, close enough that we can get to?
How are you with Cozumel, Mexico?
I'd love to go. Thank you.
Hey, I'll introduce you on stage live in Cozumel. Long as we got
We also had, Heather, what we call the Book of Envelopes, but Linda does not want us to resurrect that one, because that one was not one that went for story time on Friday nights. That one went during the morning for adults, strictly adults. We called it the Book of Envelopes. That wasn't what it was actually titled, though. We had the author on as a guest of ours on the show at one point. It was enhancing adults' lives, basically, is the best way I'm going to describe that one.
Brother Johnny, man.
But we had pages from that.
You are the stuff. And
You are the
thank
stuff.
I appreciate your heart this morning, honey. Y'all be good, and all the listeners, God bless y'all. Set yourself.
Royal Rachel here on Facebook. Oh, good morning, Rachel. How are you?
Key and unlock it, and take that great big knob that says "give a crap" and turn it as far to the left as you can. Just dump it off.
Dump all the
and
negative.
bask in the love.
Now, before he leaves, you may have already, but Canada Dan, here's what's going on with you since they're wrapping up the interview with Mark. Is that there's this dude who has broken a Guinness record by eating 25 Carolina Reaper chili peppers in just 4 minutes, 36 seconds. It happened at what's called, I guess you might know about this, Goat Fest in Kitchener, Ontario. His name, he's a YouTuber, is Mike Jack. These peppers that he ate, 25 of them in a little over 4.5 minutes, have a Scoville heat units measurement, which determines how hot these things are, of about 1,641,000. That's compared to only about 4,000 to 8,500 for the average jalapeno pepper, just to give you somewhat of an orientation to where this guy comes from. Is he okay? He's okay, but he says he was hurting at the end of that. He says, I make this look easy, but I'm hurting. He says, there was a time when we always aspired to be things like doctors or firemen or policemen, lawyers. Some people wanted to, and then all of a sudden things turned, and everybody wanted to be, my thing in life wants to be a YouTuber. By the way, here's what we're doing right now on YouTube, right? But that's what people have been aspiring to be. And this dude has gotten there by doing that. This dude has done there by doing that. He eats really, really hot food. I mean, really hot food. The fire department is standing by just in case when the dude opens his mouth, flames come shooting out. It's nuts what people want to do. I think it's easier to be a doctor than that. Tina, interestingly, says we can use his butt to light the grill. God, yeah. Jeez. Who's our other Arizona resident? Oh, that would be Hot Jim. He's going to be with us again. I am going to bet he's probably going to be with us a lot when your temperatures start to clear about 110 degrees on a daily basis, because he usually reports from, speaking of the hot, that's kind of where it happens, is where he is. And where you are. Yeah, Hot Jim. He'll be with us again. From Hot Jim and the Robot Army. From the Amazon facility over there in Phoenix. We also have a contact in Scottsdale. Our friend Jeff is over there. But he's only with us on occasion.
Top physicians work around the clock to help our patients get stronger. Here, we're all for one and one for all. At Hurley,
We'll get to the traffic a moment from now, and believe me, it's a lot easier to do it so far this morning. You never know. That thing can turn on a dime when we do that. Boss Lady is joining us now. A Boss Lady Penguin is here on YouTube from Alabama. Right now, problems happening, including one on southbound 75 at the Miller Road exit. We heard around that area because of what we found out from one of the traffic tipsters that only the 2 lanes are open right now. Other problems are Genesee Township, a crash, Saginaw Street at Cass Avenue, and we're still looking at a disabled vehicle situation. Watch out for that in Flint, Grand Traverse Street at West 5th Avenue. Now, if you happen to spot a problem, let us know at 810-230-WRSR, 810-230-9777, the number to be a traffic tipster on 103.9 The Fox.
Traffic, a service of Michigan Lumber Company. Come see their display of woodwork cabinets and then call the kitchen professional Steve Brown today for all of those details. Or you can see them at MichiganLumber.com and follow them on Facebook.
Coming up, we have Porn Star Weatherman, followed by Steph's Fox Flashback, and another chance to win. So 2 chances to win back-to-back coming up.
And this is for Paul Biesinger. It's The Doors. Roadhouse Blues on the Fox.
Steph's going to be playing Porn Star Weatherman in a little while. The things that the station makes her do. Now she's got to watch porn every week just to be able to do homework for the Porn Star Weatherman thing. Okay, now another thing that we tend to do, because Rob Suka tends to like to know what these days are since he's not in the United States, he gets a chance to celebrate these days with us. But today happens to be National Cereal Day. That's awesome, because I've got a couple of boxes of cereal I need to choose from when I get done with this thing this morning. That's one of them. Also, it's National Tartar Sauce Day. National Tartar Sauce Day. And you might have heard earlier when we first came on our live stream today that today is also an Employee Appreciation Day. Employee Appreciation Day today. Let's find out how well the bosses follow through on that. There is a National Bosses Day, and employees bend over backwards to try to observe that one nicely, but it doesn't seem to be reciprocated. You ever notice that? Employee Appreciation Day. Now tomorrow, and this is something that goes internationally, not just here in the U.S., but international. Tomorrow is International Women's Day. Tomorrow is International Women's Day. So since we aren't doing a live stream tomorrow, we will give a hearty salute to all of our women in the crowd here that are making up a great percentage of our Hellraisers today. So again, happy National Women's Day. Sheila saying good luck with that. Sheila's, of course, here bringing the sunshine, and as I look outside, I see some. However, at this time Monday morning, we won't see it. This time Monday morning, it's still going to be dark out. Why? Because this is the weekend that we move our clocks forward 1 hour to daylight saving time, which means it's not going to get light out until probably 10 minutes till 5 minutes till 8. Right now, beautiful bright sunshine, that ain't happening. And in fact, because it is doing that, I probably should, I wonder if I got time to do it. Maybe we can go walk outside for a minute, you know? Maybe we could do that. Sure. Just kind of why not? And this is going to be, I'm not even going to put my jacket on because we've got not a lot of time to do this, but we're going to go take a look outside and see what's going on. And Rapsuka, by the way, said that 3 weeks from now they turn the clocks in Finland. So we're going to have to, he's going to be all messed up. This is what we've got going right now to start your Friday morning while you can still see what's going on over here on a Friday morning. Because for a few weeks we won't allow you to do that. It's just dark out here. Starting to get daylight in Bama over in Boss Lady's neighborhood. Beautiful day, not a cloud anywhere. And I see Fitzy has joined us from the 5th grade. Morning, Fitzy. Fitzy's bed. Wait a minute. Fitzy's bed because he's got the flu that his kids gave him. Oh, jeez. This is what happens. This is the perils of being a teacher. Sorry to hear that, dude. What are you doing as your remedy? Taking a lot of stuff or just staying in bed? All right. Last day with them was last week. You missed it. Well, then who gave you the flu? Oh, we're going to start doing this again with this light. Crap. All right, now I got to try to do something with that. Turn it off for a minute. We're going to turn that light off just to see if I can correct this iris position. Okay, Tal McCartney's here. Brought his cricket stick all the way from Pakistan. He's with us on Twitch right now, like always. Let's try that. Nah, it's not helping. Oh, damn it. You've been subbing all week. Oh, you still got the flu. All right. Have I ever clocked it wrong and gotten back? The question is, have I ever clocked it wrong and gotten back on air on time? I can't imagine that you have. What, you mean because of setting the clocks wrong? See, this is going to bug me now if I continue to do this. Let's see if I can do something here. It's still not going to work. I don't like the fact that did that. It makes it look like it's even hotter in here than it is. Although, frankly, I can actually see the screen better, so that part's good. Question from Tal McCartney is, did I hear the new Lady Gaga record? No. Is that the reason why they're putting her on Good Morning America? Because I noticed they were, and usually if they do that, it's because they're promoting something going on. I didn't know she had a new record. I'm not even sure what most of the old records are, because I don't hear her music that much. Okay, now Boss Lady Penguin is starving. The question becomes, who's going to treat her to breakfast? What do you guys have for breakfast? Anybody have anything that's yummy enough that she'd like to have that, or at least share it with you? What music, Heather asks, do I listen to usually? What do you usually listen to? I know that I've been listening to pretty much everything since I've been involved in broadcasting for this long, long time. And before that, listened to a lot of stuff. Now, I tolerate a lot less music than I used to, but I kind of listen to a little bit of most of it. Rap doesn't do it for me. Rap does not do it for me at all. But to be honest, to focus and use music as a focus, for me, instrumental smooth jazz. These days it's called contemporary jazz, but that's basically, it's smooth jazz, and that's what I'll listen to all the time if I'm at my desk working on stuff and I need to concentrate on things. And a lot of people use music as a means to be able to help their focus. Some people will listen to what we have successfully, crank it up in their headphones, and be able to listen to it and focus on whatever it is they're doing just because that's the way their brain works. For me, though, it turns out to be smooth jazz. So that's what I've been listening to, although I listen to a lot of other stuff as well. The stuff that we used to play at the old station that Johnny and I were at, that you remember us being on. I listen to an awful lot of that stuff also. Heather loves a lot of hand clapping, foot stomping, front porch kind of music. Okay. Well, see, there you go. I like that. See, this is bugging me. I'm going to turn this light off for a bit just to see if that corrects the iris on the phone, because it's just bothering me to have that do that. Tall listens to a lot of Pink Floyd, which means you must have our mobile app, because I'm telling you, we play more Pink Floyd music than anybody on this station.
103.9 The Fox. 103.9 The Fox. Hello out there.
Hello, how are you? It was good to hear Mark's voice. And my husband was lucky enough to meet Mark because he wired Mark's studio. So I just thought I'd call and let you know.
Well, cool. What's your husband's name?
Bob.
Thank you very much. Thanks for calling and letting us know. We appreciate it.
Okay, have a good day. Thanks.
You too. Bye. All right, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, in Michigan, you have all these great stories. You know, Seeger encounters, Nugent encounters.
Yeah.
Grand Funk encounters, especially around here in the Grand Funk stuff. You can't mention Grand Funk in a party around here.
That's right, the Fox mobile app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, you got to do that.
Everybody's got a story to share.
I lived on Farner Road. All of that stuff. But Mark was with us here a little earlier, and we're going to be doing some stuff with Grand Funk coming up here on Steph's Fox Flashback. But
betcha.
before we get to that chance to win, which is next, right around the corner after Porn Star Weatherman. So if you're the third caller right now at 810-230-9777, you get the first chance to win with Porn Star Weatherman. You prove to be smarter about porn stars than Steph, and good luck at that.
You say it like that.
You get your choice of prizes, which include Def Leppard tickets. They're up with Collective Soul for the 18th of July at Soaring Eagle.
Can I just point something out?
Yeah.
You are doing show prep of your own. I don't know where you get those names, but
Yeah.
they come from somewhere. So you must be watching some porn too, buddy.
No.
All right.
This is from the archives.
Oh, your younger days.
Yeah, no, I get the titles from my kids.
Okay.
So anyway, 810-230-9777. Third caller's gonna get it. You're number one. Sorry. You're number two. Sorry. This is caller number 3. Who's on my phone? Judy. Have you ever played before?
I honestly thought I was going to lose 10 pounds just sitting there looking at that light or having that light flash the way it was. I'm hoping that after a bit, maybe this iris will correct itself and I can turn it back on.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give it a little rest and see how that works. Might not work at all.
Prizes. Do you have a choice?
Some days it's good, some days it's not.
What are the prizes?
We've got $25 gift certificates for Jesters, a $25 gift card to Play It Again Sports. We've got...
Now, Pakistan obviously does not allow us to put our app there.
And one last pair of tickets for
Reports
Def Leppard
Tall
with
McCartney.
Collective
We
Soul and
can't
Soaring Eagle in
put
July.
our mobile app in Pakistan and let them hear it. I don't get that.
Def Leppard in July?
All right.
This went like fast.
Yeah.
All right, that's yours. You hold the line. We're going to be playing that coming up next year.
Well,
103.9 The Fox.
you know what that means? You're just going to have to listen to our station 24/7. Tall.
To that, of course,
in order to hear the Pink Floyd stuff you want to hear, because we play a ton of it. I mean a ton of Pink Floyd. Nobody plays more Pink Floyd than we do. Nobody. Telling you what. Probably got geo restrictions because of copyright. Well, you know, we're the copyright violation kings around here on this live stream, so we've spoiled people into thinking that that's a cool thing to do. But then around the world, they don't look at us the same way. Unfortunately. In fact, be honest here. Now I'm thinking about it. Whoops, hold on. What happened? What happened? What did I just do with this damn... Wait a minute. Let's try something here. Crap. Let's see if I can recover something here. Let's see if I can recover something real fast. My computer just now crashed on me right this very moment. Now I've got to get it back because I'm sitting looking at a dark screen. Got it. Boy, that's fast. Okay, well, our Michigan Kim is now here and saying it's a nice day to sit outside with a book. Even though it's not even 30 degrees, it's still a nice day to sit outside with a book. And by the way, this woman that lives down this Kim, this woman, Michigan Kim, the woman who lives down the street, who is always the one who reminds me of you because she's out there in all kinds of weather and all kinds of darkness, even with a flashlight, 10 o'clock at night reading a book. They annually go down to somewhere, might be Arizona, might be Florida, I don't know, but they leave here in late December, early January, and they're gone now, won't be back until next month, so I don't get to see her sitting there reading like that would always remind me of you being out there. So, breakfast is, for Heather says, is savory all the way, no sweet stuff first thing. Actually don't like sweets much. Spicy, savory, though. For those of you who are looking at something for breakfast, what do you got? What do you got on your breakfast table this morning? What do you got? Because right now I am still armed with all of my granola bars. Still got our problem at the exit ramp, southbound 75 at the Miller Road exit in Flint Township. That reported just a bit ago, and we understand that to be a situation where 2 lanes of traffic are moving through. In Genesee Township, Saginaw Street at Cass Avenue, that's still a crash point that is being dealt with, and we have the disabled vehicle Grand Traverse Street at 5th Avenue in the city of Flint. Vehicle City traffic info all the time is found at classicfox.com/traffic. Remember that, and if you spot a crash or unusual delay or other cause for a slowdown, let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That is 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
It's time for porn star or weatherman.
I like the way your eyebrows wiggle when you do that. Those balls hurt. Okay.
My eyebrows, what do?
They kind of wiggle back and forth.
It's time for porn star or weatherman. Who knows more about porn, Steph or Judy? That is the question we'll decide. Prize up for grabs is a Def Leppard concert ticket. It's 2 of them, actually. You don't have to go alone, Judy. You can go with a friend on July 18th to Soaring Eagle Casino Resort when you win this thing, all right? You think you know a lot about porn, Judy?
No.
This ought to be interesting.
All right.
All right. I give the name of the personality to Steph. She tells us what she thinks it is, and then you either agree with her or disagree with her. She fools you 3 times before you actually get it right 3 times. That's how you lose. So be careful here. Here we go. You can only get 3 wrong. Number 1, Steph, Eric Masterson. Is Eric Masterson a porn star or weatherman?
Is Eric with a C or a K?
Oh boy, does that make a difference?
It might.
A C.
Okay. Eric Masterson, I'm gonna say, if it was a porn star, it would have ended in a K. But because it ends with a C, I'm gonna say weatherman.
And what do you say to that one, Judy?
I agree with Steph.
Agree with Steph, and that would be right.
Ha-ha!
Yeah, I got it right. Yep. All right. Next one. Here we go. First one was Eric Masterson. Second one is Eric Stone. Eric Stone.
Okay.
With a C.
Okay. All right. Eric Stone.
Yeah.
I don't know. With the last name like Stone, I know it breaks the C versus K rule, but I'm going to say Eric Stone is a porn star.
What do you say to that, Judy?
I disagree. I think he's a weatherman.
You said Eric Stone was a porn star?
I said he was a porn star.
No.
Yeah, no. I'm just asking Steph. Steph said porn star. You said weatherman. You'd be right.
Uh-oh. All right, Judy. Man, this could decide it for you. You're up by 2.
All right. Kyle. How about Kyle Stone?
What's Kyle Stone? All right. Kyle Stone. You know what? Kyle Stone. I'm going to say weatherman.
Kyle Stone, weatherman. What do you say to that, Judy?
I agree with Steph.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
A porn star.
we got wrong. Kyle Stone is a porn star.
All right. 2 to 1, Judy.
All right. So you got...
Judy's got 2. I have 1.
yeah, so she can win with the next one, or you can still screw up and still go on and try and win this thing. Here we go. Next question. Storm Field.
Oh, with the first name like Storm?
Storm Field.
You know, Storm would be too obvious as a weather person. So I'm going to say porn star.
Porn star Storm Field. And what do you say to that, Judy?
Yeah, that name sounds familiar as a weather person to me.
So you're saying weather person.
I think it's a weather person.
That means you're a big wiener.
Well, it would have made a great porn star name. Judy, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Stormfield's a retired weatherman formerly at CBS News in New York. My weather girl in Las Vegas was Storm Kennedy. That's a common weather person name.
Huh. I guess I'll have to watch the weather occasionally, huh? Instead of all of that porn. All right, Judy, those Def Leppard tickets are yours, and you have to say it loud and proud, girlfriend. I know more about porn than Steph Barber.
I know more about porn than Steph Barber.
Nicely done.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. Well, looks like Boss Lady Penguin had a mishap. She's reporting on YouTube from Alabama. South Georgia is now here. That's Patsy. Patsy is on Facebook reporting on what's going on in South Georgia today. We were in the process of kind of canvassing the group to find out who was having what for breakfast. Have one of my delicious granola bars, chocolate chip granola bars. What about you? There you go. Eric got 2 out of 3 right. He knows all about porn. Oh, she's...
This one from 1970. I love this.
I do too. This is what it's just not played often enough on any radio
I
station.
know.
I don't know why.
I know. Sink your teeth into this one. It is Mean Mistreater on 103.9 The Fox.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, South Georgia, after 2 days of high winds. Yes! Then you're joining, well, maybe it was a countrywide thing. We had a heavy batch of wind the day before yesterday, was it? That was really just messing up everything around here. Traffic and people trying to do anything comfortably, and Jacko trying to have a bathroom break in peace. That was hard to do for him. Tell you what, take one. Oh, well, you know, I got a bunch. It's the thing, I buy these things in 4 dozen packages. So they got that. Boss Lady Penguin is fine, just a tiny bit sore. By the way, did we ever establish that with Tina, did you take, even though you took the wrong, whatever the hell medication you were supposed to take, and you took the wrong one, everything okay over there? Because I did not notice that. What's going on with you? Because you did say, well, Boss Lady said she fell. The door frame was nice enough to catch her. And now we find another drama. This one in Linda's neighborhood, which is in the township, where her recycling tote just flew across the street. She may have to go get that. So that's something that happens a lot. These things are really good. You know what? If that were to replace candy corn, this is a thing to do it with. These are granola bars, chocolate chip. Okay. Tina is going with protein pancakes and poached eggs. Now, of course, we're going to be later on doing our food fight. This is being Friday. We're on longer than usual. Have the Friday morning primal scream after 8:30. Before that, we'll do some food fighting. I got a whole pile of posts or treasure trove of tweets that are piling up here from people who are angry about the way you think about their food. Tall in Twitch land in Pakistan says poached eggs in the shower probably is what he's looking at. Okay. Highly descriptive. Eric's rocking chocolate peanut butter rice crispy treats. That's an interesting breakfast, nutritious. Still here, but she didn't sleep good. That's not good. Tina's here, but didn't sleep good. You know who's not sleeping good today? Elon Musk. His SpaceX rocket, this is supposed to be the most powerful rocket ever built. This is the second time in less than 2 months that he's had the thing go up in the air and not get far before it blew into bazillion pieces. And this particular time, it's gotten debris scattered over thousands of miles. Miami, there's some. Philadelphia, there's some. Other thousands of other places, there's some. From this SpaceX rocket blew up after liftoff yesterday.
Lynn's Classic Rock, 103.9 The Fox, Grand Funk Railroad. Mark Farner, of course, wrote that song, Mean Mistreater.
What a great song.
Oh my God, you can just sink right into it.
And I should call the editor of Rolling Stone and ask him why they call them a novelty act when they have music like that.
I know.
I don't get it at all.
And you know, whenever they call them a jam band, I'm like, what's wrong with that?
Exactly.
We like jam bands, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
All of that reportedly the excuse for keeping them out of the Rock Hall of Fame.
Again, we're calling BS on that. So now with the trivia question that we're going to ask in just a minute, the phone number that you need is 810-230-9777. As always, I invite you to send me requests for this feature, Steph Sox Flashback. You can do that by emailing me that request. Send it to Steph at ClassicFox.com. Those Def Leppard tickets are off the table now. Judy just won those, so we have great food in the form of a gift certificate for Jesters, a $25 gift card to Play It Again Sports, spring sports coming up. Maybe you need something for that. And then we have 4 tickets for Laser Led Zeppelin, a brand new laser light show going on at Longway Planetarium on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings through May 10th. So here is the question. Grand Funk did a mean cover of the Rolling Stones' Gimme Shelter. Which album was that cover on?
810-230-9777 if you know the answer to that, or if you want to just take a guess, go ahead. 810-230-WRSR. We are Solid Rock. Works out to 810-230-9777. And the first person to get it right gets a choice of prizes here this morning on 103.9 The Fox. What album had the Rolling Stones, I've forgotten the name of the song.
Oh, Gimme Shelter.
Gimme Shelter.
Yeah.
On it, and with Grand Funk Railroad playing it with Gun.
Boss Lady Penguin's blood sugar is down to 109.
Is it Survival? It is Survival, yes. Nicely done. Are you a Grand Funk fan?
Oh, yeah, and it's a funny story because growing up, my dad was in a band, and he used to tell us a story when they first started. his band played out there with their band at Hadley Hills.
Oh, wow, what a memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I said, you can't really run into anybody who doesn't
I
have a
know.
story about Grand Funk around here because
Yes.
they were so big a deal at the time, and
Gotcha.
everyone went nuts over them. And everybody went to school
Yeah.
with them.
yeah. And they're still a big deal here in Flint, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Who are we talking to? Who's on our phone this morning?
This is Misty.
Misty, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm glad it's Friday. How about you?
Oh, me too.
I mean, it's not like we dig ditches here, but I'm still glad it's Friday. All right, Misty. Listen, you've got your choice of a gift certificate for Jesters, a gift card for playing against sports, or 4 tickets to Laser Led Zeppelin. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna take the Laser Led Zeppelin.
All right, we'll put your name on those, Misty. You hang on tight. We'll get some info off the air. And Misty, can we just talk about that album cover for Survival? It's up. I'm going to make it a screensaver. It's Grand Funk Railroad members in loincloths. Check it out. It's very nice.
All right, tomorrow I'm wearing my loincloth to work.
That works out because it's Saturday.
All right, good.
All right, Misty, you hang on tight. We'll get some info off the air. But who just took you up with those Laser Led Zeppelin passes this morning?
1039 the pot.
Perfect.
Listen,
Yes.
Anywhere in the world with the Fox mobile app presented by Hurley Medical Center. Download it now at the App Store, Google Play, or
Well, here comes Tall under a new identity because he's gone to a new platform. He's left Twitch because there's like no one there for him to support him. So he's come to YouTube where all the partying is going on as Basit. It's Tall. I mean, that's who it is. I recognize the cricket stick, so there you are. Tina Jr. bought Tina sugar-free Jolly Rancher hard candy tropical, and apparently that's good stuff.
get a hold of Andrew Keller, home seller. You can look up his
Apparently that is it. Basit, that is your real name. Okay. As long as that's what everybody calls you, your friends call you Tall, and then kid you for the fact that you're not. That's how that works for you, right? I nailed it. Very good. Basit is what we call him. For those who need the adjustment now because, well, he's not on Twitch right now where everybody knows him as Tall. He's Tall on Twitch. On here, it's just, well, he's one of many. That's where everybody's. And you know, if you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe because I noticed that our subscriber list has not only gone up, it's actually gone down one since the last week has gone on. So somebody doesn't like us anymore, which is, you know, I'm used to that anymore. It's happened over the years, so the course of 10 years of doing this thing. You know, you can't please everybody, right? But we try as best we can to get you going. Angela Bassett got nothing on him, he says. We'll get to the news here in a couple minutes. We've also got food fighting to do. We've got the Friday morning primal scream to do. And what else is going on? Dropped a whole bunch of hockey pucks over here, if that means anything to anyone. Hold on. I got some hockey pucks. Anybody needs them? Back in the old days of doing Flint Generals hockey, there's one from that year. That was a Turner Cup winning year. That was it. And then for those who are Boston Bruins fans, we have, because we've had some of them in the past, but they're here also, right there. Okay? And I got a bunch more, but I'm not going to show them to you. Okay, I'll show you one. This one is the team that I used to work with and broadcast for, the Maine Mariners, Portland, Maine. That was their logo at that time. That was kind of cool. Always liked that. Yes. REO Speedwagon. That's Keep On Loving You, as Eric points out. Eric's been our musicologist for about as long as we've had one. He's been the only one that we've ever had been able to do that. He may be the only one who can challenge. He might be the only one who can challenge Steph on music knowledge when it comes to here and our format of classic rock music. Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm going to turn this light on again and see if this is going to mess up this iris again. No, it looks like we got away with it. Look at that. Look at that. We did it. So good. Fine. Okay, we're down to 12 days. 12 days until spring arrives. 5:01 a.m. on the 20th. And 2 days until the time change. So again, remember that Sunday morning at 2 a.m. or before you go to bed Saturday night. How long have we been saying this? Turn the clocks ahead, spring forward to daylight saving time. An awful lot of the clocks that you deal with these days that we're dealing with are automatically changed. Everything on your phone automatically changes. The phone in your car changes. I know I'm going to have to definitely manually change the timer that I've got my coffee maker set up with so that I'm going to be able to get coffee on time. I'll move that back just to make sure that that's going to work a little bit better. Seems to. Eric thinks that he could beat Steph in a contest of musicology. He thinks. Have more knowledge of music than Steph that he loves. We find that in Linda's territory, the daffodils are peaking up. Are you guys, here, since we're so close to spring, I think they asked about this on the air. Is there anything that you definitely take as a sign of spring, that as soon as you see it, you know spring is nigh? What are you finding as your gauge that spring is visual gauge, that spring is so close by right now?
3.9 the box, gotta keep on loving you. REO Speedwagon at 7:56 here live in the foxhole, 4 minutes in front of the top of the hour here. Now, it just dawned on me how much that song is so much like the song that Aerosmith did from the Armageddon.
Oh.
I don't want to
miss a thing.
Yeah, I don't want to miss a thing. It's the same thing. I want to keep on loving you. I don't want to miss a thing. They're basically.
All right, it's not going to work.
They are, but I gotta say, I like REO's version much better.
Yeah, well, it's a completely different song.
Not going to work.
That was the one we fell in love with first, and then Aerosmith kind of came after on the. I don't want to. I don't want to sleep.
I don't want to. Yeah,
I don't want to miss a thing, right?
More storms. That's how Boss Lady Penguin sees the spring coming. More storms in Alabama.
Get a free delivery by ordering 15 or more. You must make that order by Monday, all right, at Catholic Charities website or by calling Catholic Charities. So a lot of people order bunches of these for all their employees.
Tina's got the one on the wall she has to remember to change. Pakistan, Basit. When, if at all, do you change the clocks? I don't know if I've asked you this. We have the time change coming up Sunday morning at 2 a.m. We're going to be setting the clocks ahead an hour. So if you want to join us next week, know that we're going to be at a different time. It's going to be daylight saving time, so we're going to be an hour ahead. So like right now, it's 7:56 a.m. here in the United States, in the Eastern time zone. Next week at this time, it's going to be 8:56 a.m. at that time. Just don't want to mess you. Anybody who's international with us, we always have to keep making sure you know this. Otherwise, you're going to be tuning us in at a time where we're not on, inadvertently.
11 and 1 in front of the Catholic Charities building there, and they'll deliver it right to your car door. You don't even have to get out of your car. So depending on how the weather is going to be on Monday, March 17th, that might be a very welcome way of picking it up. You can also go out there if you don't pre-order, taking your chances. They always have more than they figure they're going to sell. That said, when people get in line, usually they do run out of these. So you don't want to take that chance. Call them. If you need more information at 810-232-9950, go online to ccsgc.org, and you can do it that way as well. Order 15 or more and get free delivery. But you've got to do all of that advance ordering for 15 or more by Monday.
And you think YouTube's going to send you a notification now like Twitch did? Well, good, because somebody didn't get one on YouTube today, I think. Tina said she didn't get one, like normal.
I've done this for a couple of years.
Weird.
I'm super excited.
Stuff is good. All right, 7:50.
Clocks haven't changed there. Okay. Good. That's nice and simple.
For all the real news, just ahead of the Friday morning climate Scream Hour. Here's Hal Maas.
5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox, brought to you by Fick Landscape Supplies. As we spring into the new season, it's time to get that driveway in shape with tons of driveway material, plus the finest topsoil, compost, and humus. Fick Landscape Supplies, with 2 locations to serve you. Find out more at ficklandscapesupplies.com. Like us on Facebook. Now let's get thick and busy. President Trump paused 25% tariffs on Mexican and Canadian imports covered by North American Trade Pact until April the 2nd, an action acknowledging the potential damage of those levies to the auto industry, which trades parts across North American borders. President also opted not to sign an executive order yesterday directing that the Education Department be dissolved, as was expected to happen. White House now says that it will instead continue to review the department. Tensions were high for a while in Ovid yesterday morning as officials issued a shelter-in-place order when police said that a man with a knife was in the vicinity posing a threat. And by around noon, they believe the man left the area in a stolen white 2K25 Chevy Silverado, and he remains at large today. Social media posting indicating that he, along with one other person whom Shiawassee County Sheriff's deputies did arrest, were originally wanted on outstanding warrants. Former director at Saginaw County Animal Control being sentenced to probation. Lisa Stoffel learned her sentence this week after having entered a no-contest plea to 1 count of safekeeping of public money in exchange for prosecutors dropping charges of embezzlement and lying to a peace officer. Stoffel left her position as Saginaw County Animal Control Director back in 2K18. We have 1 less hour to play with this weekend, since this is the one where we set the clocks ahead by springing forward 1 hour. Daylight saving time starts this Sunday morning at 2. Michigan State clinched the regular season Big Ten basketball title by defeating Iowa 91-84 for the Spartans' 6th win in a row. Red Wings lost to Utah 4-2. They've now lost 4 straight. Well, tonight, the Red Wings will be in Washington playing the Capitals. And the Saginaw Spirit on the road beat the Barrie Colts last night 7-4. And to cap this one off, tonight's Mega Millions drawing for a jackpot of $233 million. That's 5 things you should know from 103.9 The Fox. Forecast calling for increasing cloudiness with a slight chance we're going to see a shower or 2 late this afternoon. Temps topping out around 40 with the west winds at 7 to 13, gusting to 20 miles an hour. Skies gradually clear out overnight as temperatures slide down to around 22. And we're expected to see a generous helping of sunshine much of tomorrow, about 36 degrees. And for Sunday, more sun and more warmth, 47. Right now it's 28 in Flint, and in Saginaw, 29.
Scream is coming up this hour, and there's a new survey out that reveals that many Americans would rather file their taxes than get a colonoscopy.
I would concur with that, yes.
Yeah, but either way, you're taking it up the rear.
You're right.
Boy. Okay, I see Lady Gaga on the screen now. Is the name of the new song Mayhem? Because she's on right now being interviewed, I guess, about the song. Okay, let me give you a smile source that comes from Farmington, New Mexico. Okay? And it's from Spanky the Golden Doodle, who is leading a couple of miniature horses, Rocky and Biscuit. Okay? Spanky the Golden Doodle, right up here. Rocky and Biscuit, the horses, the miniature horses, which are in New Mexico, Farmington, New Mexico. Oh, Mayhem is the album. I got it. Okay. Gotcha. All right. So what's the name of the single off of it? Again, Eric right on the ball. Painted Black by the Rolling Stones. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. My Caramba. By Caramba. I Caramba. Okay. That's the name of the song? I Caramba. All right. Not sure that's going to be played here, but maybe. I don't know. We just played something that by Mark Farner earlier today that is going to be played over classic rock stations around the country, but you probably won't hear it. Because if you don't listen to classic rock, you won't hear it. From Mark Farner, formerly of Grand Funk Railroad, that still is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, probably won't. Boss Lady Penguin is, of course, extolling the virtues of our golden doodle named Spanky, right there. Caramba, Absuka says. All right, weekend is just hours away. What do you guys got planned? Anything of note, anything of substance, of spice that possibly we're going to be able to want to know about and get a report on coming back next week when we're here. Like and subscribe if you happen to be with us on YouTube and you haven't yet done that. And of course, if you have the opportunity to download the mobile app, I guess some countries can't. We're finding Pakistan is one that can't. But if you can and you haven't, please do. 103.9 The Fox. It's a mobile app, free mobile app, 24/7 classic rock music, classic Finnish rock. We had a classic Finnish goalie that I was watching last night, Rapsuka, in the hockey game. I was watching a National Hockey League game last night. Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay Lightning were playing. And they were opposing a Finnish goaltender. Luukkonen, I believe, was in the net for the Pakistan is banned from evidently, yeah. Evidently now. Eric's resting and relaxing this weekend. You want to get a shawarma here. You know, I guess as long as it doesn't have a lot of sauce and stuff on it, I might want to try it just to see what it is. It sounds almost taco-ish to me, based on how you've described it in the past, but as long as you don't put sauce on it and mess things up, the ingredients, by kind of melting everything together.
Coming up here in about 25, 30 minutes, and that's a chance to get rid of any negative energy that's built up in your system. And if you've got something you want to dedicate it to, somebody at work, something you happened to you this week, somebody in your family, or just doing your taxes, call us 810-230-9777.
Luukkonen's a good goalie. He looked like it certainly last night, for sure. So the new gig with the commercials, you have tried the products correct, says Sheila. That's correct, I do. They send me the products. I check them out, and then we will post something on social media. And it depends on the product, which social media it's going to be on. Some of them are designed to be on TikTok. Some of them are designed to be on Instagram. Some are designed to be on Facebook. Some are designed to be on YouTube. And sometimes I lose track of which one goes where. In fact, I just last night got a pillow in the mail, which I'm going to be working with this weekend, checking out and doing a commercial about, one of these video ads for that brand. That'll probably be done by sometime next week. But yeah, that's Sheila points out, and this is something that's on the website that I have, if you haven't had a chance to check it out. And I really haven't said much about it because it's really more designed for brands to see, those that are looking for people to be spokespeople or people who can maybe relate the brand's message to the general populace. It's not a real entertaining one for a lot of people, but for brands it will be very enlightening. And it is, you can find it at halmaasmedia.my.canva.site/halmaasmedia. This is a long URL because it's one of those that was free, so I was able to get it that way. But I'll give it to you once again. It was halmaasmedia.my.canva, CANVA.site/halmaasmedia. That's a long one, but if you remember it, and it's got a little bit of a pattern to it, so maybe it's easier to remember. You can check that out, and there's stuff on that's been done that way. Now, Linda likes the octopus video. We did an entire channel. We still actually occasionally do stuff for them, which is called Wild Utopia. That comes from that channel, and it is available on YouTube if you want to subscribe to that. There's a whole lot of videos about undersea creatures and other types of animals also, but that's where that one came from. And Rapsuka also has Canva. That's a good, it's a lot of stuff that you really need to be able to sort through. That's a sea of creativity on that website called Canva that you can use if you have a business or you want to design something, you want to design a logo or a business brand, something of that sort, or any other kinds of things. You don't even have to necessarily use it as a work type of thing. You can use it for just other types of creativity. And it's called Canva, C-A-N-V-A, if you never used it. But that's what we're using for that. While I'm thinking about it, I want to make sure, since I'm talking about the fact that we are on Facebook with some of the... So it's one of those that's going to... some of the stuff that I'm involved with is going to be stuff that's going to randomly pop up in your feed. If you've seen And I'm sure you have, as you're scrolling through your feed on whatever platform you choose to go on. Occasionally you'll see commercials that pop up that you never expected to see. And by the way, if you happen to mention a particular type of product, not necessarily a brand, but just a type of product, you will see dozens and dozens of commercials for that product. It's funny how the algorithms for social media work. And they all work that way. Because you have on your microphone on your phone, if that thing is always on, somebody's listening to what you're saying. Now, I'm not saying necessarily a person is listening, but a computerized program is listening so that it can then turn what you've been talking about into something that you see show up on your screen. It's funny how that happens, but it does.
Some rain and snow in the early hours of this evening, like 4 or 5 o'clock this evening. But other than that, nothing. It's dry going forward. Tonight's going to be mostly cloudy to start the night off, then mostly clear by morning. It'll be breezy and 22 overnight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and 36. Sunday, mostly sunny, breezy and 47. And then the first 3 days of next week,
Rapsuka thinks it's too scary because he's thinking that probably those are people who are able to translate what he says in Finnish into English, like he's doing right now.
You know what? You just reminded me. Someone left. Oh, Andrea Ruth left a comment in our Fox Facebook chat window. Frosties opens in Chesaning today, so make sure you go get your ice cream.
yeah, that's like one of the first signs of spring
Yes.
these days. So it always opens up March the 1st, I think, or right around the beginning of March anyway. So that
Again, we're talking about what's your sign of spring that you know it's around the corner.
This is roller coaster weather we're in the middle of right now. And it's going to be that way again, because like I said, it's going to be real warm at the beginning of the week. And it's going to cool down for the end of the week. Not bad. It'll still be down in the 40s, I think. But the 50s.
Tina wants someone to put that in chat. Put what in chat?
It'll tease the plants, too. You're going to start seeing
Linda doesn't scroll through feeds anymore because she doesn't want to see those damn things.
Yeah.
but they are. You can see the buds on a lot of the trees already. It's,
Or she doesn't want people listening.
Now, 11 minutes after the top of the hour. You're listening for Somebody to Love by Queen today. That is your midday munchie between 10 and 3 with Steve Driver when he plays that.
Oh, the one you saw, the one with Jacko starring in it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Steve's and Bakery gift certificate from the Fox Workforce and Steve Driver weekdays on the Fox. And don't forget, today's the day they will be trying to find another Fox Workforce Office of the Week, which means at 10:20 this morning.
Anything involves something to eat, he'll star in it because that's just what he was born to play that part.
We've got 10 minutes, 39 seconds to claim the lunch from Jersey Mike's of Davis and Flint, Grand Blanc, and Owasso.
Just like Nicolas Cage was always born to play the same character no matter what the movie, Jacko is born to be involved in any dog food or dog treat commercial.
And announce it on the air. ClassicFox.com/workforce is where you do that signing up. All right. Get it. It's going to be a wonderful day with another winner of somebody getting all those great Jersey Mike's things. The other day, I should have gone over there about 5 times and gotten about 10 of those $5 sandwiches. I was in the mood for those the other day, and then I never...
Welcome in Massachusetts. Here now is Sweendahl.
Pulling on me on Monday when we did that. 103.9 The Fox. Hello out there.
Tina, call the pharmacy. Tell them you took the wrong pills. Ooh.
Curly Cone in Millington is open. That's a sign of spring.
Curly Cone in Millington.
That's open too? Yeah! Woohoo! We're loving that, man. Loving that. Thank you very much. Yeah, you guys can out and get your ice cream.
That smart device isn't cheap.
I'm not clever smart people, so nothing.
All you can do is rock your world. So tell it to
The green pills.
I'm the Fox.
Just ask.
You've earned it.
Are you tired of reporters that look like a Monday morning meeting?
Okay, we're going to get to the traffic in a couple of minutes. And then after that, we've got food fighting to do. Because I've got a whole pile of posts here. Treasure trove of tweets to go through. All foodie.
Stay competitively priced so you can save your pennies for more important things like cigars. Call 810-908-2000 today. And don't forget to ask about their law enforcement and military discounts. Smith Carpet, if you thought the deals were hot, just wait till
Friday morning Primal Scream is also on deck.
Your tax dollars go farther. At Premier, buy without debt or credit.
And we're doing it with one less light. Well, yeah, we're doing it with one less light right now, but that may change by the time we get to the Scream.
Online at OwassoPremier.com.
Probably will.
Please give us a like on Facebook.
Here, there's strength within. Here, we never rest.
Sween Dog loves anything green,
Medical Center, top physician.
which means he's going to be overrun on his social media scrolling with green stuff. Like that Nickelodeon goop, that slime that they keep pouring on people. He'll probably have a lot of that coming.
Crash Care. Looking for a hassle-free car
Kim wants to make sure, Ohio Kim this is, that she takes the right meds, so she's got a pill case, not a pillowcase, but a pill case, to put the right ones in the right compartments, which is what is very popular amongst people who have to take several of them, and you want to make sure you keep them straight. Definitely.
Our team's here to help you get the car you need at a price you'll love. Your road to summer adventure starts at RPM Auto Sales.
So a good call there.
Hearing a lot about AI, artificial intelligence, and some of it is very exciting.
Lorianne now joining us, biker chick, going motorcycling next week, she says. She's on Facebook saying it. That's why you don't see her comments if you're not on Facebook. Lorianne, our biker chick, going motorcycle. That's one of the first signs of spring in her life. You get the bike out, get ready. It's going to be biker weather next week. Yeah, it will. 50s and 60s temperatures to rule much of next week. It's crazy. We're only 12 days away from spring, but we're going to start to see a little bit earlier than that springish conditions.
Automatically in any listening environment. It will change your life when you hear what you've been missing. And remember, if you're a GM or UAW employee or retiree, Professional Hearing Clinic is part of the UAW hearing program.
And you know what? She's doing it with a new boyfriend. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get set for stories from the cycle. You've heard of stories from the shower like Tina's been able to come up with. Lorianne's going to have stories from the cycle. In the city of Flint, Home Avenue at DuPont Street is our latest slowdown spot because of a crash. That's Home Avenue at DuPont Street. Over by Flushing Middle School in Flushing Township, there's a crash. The 8100 block of Carpenter Road, and one more in Flint. We're cleaning that one up at Davison Road and Dort Highway. At the moment, nothing is happening that is amiss on any of the freeways. They're all moving along crash-free, delay-free. But if that changes, you spot a problem, let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That's 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox.
So, the Red Wings still winning?
Not lately. They've lost their last 4 in a row.
Yeah, they were doing so well. What about the Pistons?
They still, the Pistons are still rolling. They lost the other night, but they're still is solid and looks like a playoff spot for them. They've already won more games this year than they have in the previous 2 combined, and they're looking real good. And J.B. Bickerstaff, their coach, is kind of like the Dan Campbell of the NBA right now.
Oh, is he really?
Kind of, yeah.
Well, speaking of clinching here, Michigan State has clinched
Yep.
the share of the Big Ten title.
Yes, they did.
The Michigan loss in Maryland got Michigan State clinching at least a share of the Big Ten title there.
Yep. They're being projected also by some of these that do these bracketology things that they'll probably get to be a number 1 seed. If not, they're going to be no lower than a number 2 seed.
Wow.
In the March Madness.
Well, that's going to be pretty awesome to watch then. I can't wait for March Madness, though. It's the next big thing to bet on, so get ready with your money. I'm all set, man. I can't wait. I'm so bored right now with sports.
Oh, yeah, and there's nothing going on for you, is there?
Not much, that's for sure. Some golf. This is a big weekend because the Arnold Palmer is this weekend in golf, so that'll take up some of my sports viewing time. But I'm really looking forward to March Madness. All right, Led Zeppelin right now, 103.9 The Fox.
Yes. And I told, if you were on Instagram yesterday, we were talking about the one player from Russia who's playing for Michigan, University of Michigan, as opposed to Michigan State, Vlad Golden. The team keeps messing with his mojo. He keeps trying to do these nice, wonderful family milestones, and they keep not cooperating with him. One night, a couple weeks ago after the Michigan State game, he had planned to go to mid-court, center court, at Chrysler Center, and propose to his girlfriend. He did. She accepted, but this happened after Michigan had lost to Michigan State. They were supposed to win that game so that it would be a nicer thing for him to do that. And then just a few days later, Vlad Golden's mom and dad came over to see him from Russia. They haven't seen him at all in the last 5 years. They made the trip over to see him and to watch him play. They were in the crowd when Michigan played the other night against Maryland and lost again. While his parents are there watching their son play for the first time and seeing him at all for the first time in 5 years. The stars are not aligning correctly for him when it comes to that. The team does not cooperate. Okay. Let's go to my pile of posts here and start with Molly Clemon. who says, Molly Clemens says, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are best when smooshed with potato chips in between the bread. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are best when smooshed with potato chips in between the bread. Eric Clapton tickets are on sale today at 10 a.m. That would be for, I guess, a performance in Massachusetts, probably the Boston area, I'm guessing. Is he playing the TD Garden? Linda thinks that'll work. Oh, smooshing the potato chips in between the bread? I mean, we talked about doing that with hot dogs, and that seems to work really well also. Sween Dog would need some green sunglasses. Well, keep saying, keep talking about green stuff here by your phone, and eventually the algorithm will pick it up, and you'll see all kinds of green. If you need anything green, you will see. And since we're getting closer to St. Patrick's Day, which is, 10 days away, you're going to start seeing a lot of green crap anyway. Believe it or not, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Sween Dog is no. You're a no on that business about the potato chips and the bread thing. Green is good. Rob Suka thinks green's fine. Okay. Well, since we're talking colors, let's go here. Jay Douglas says, blue cheese with all that fuzzy blue mold is so bad. Blue cheese with all that fuzzy blue mold is so bad. Green, in fact, is Linda's favorite color out there in the township. And we're going to see a lot of that here soon because all of the wintry white is going away to be replaced by the springish green on the lawn. But this business about the blue cheese, Linda's not so much on board with that. Friday the 13th is next week. That would be incorrect, Rob Suka, at least not here, because next week, Friday, is going to be the 14th. Next week, Thursday, the 13th, will be the date that we're looking at. Because Friday the 13th, well, today is the 7th, so next Friday is 7 more days. That's 14.
The Fox. Somebody really tick you off this week? Get even with them. Dedicate the Friday morning primal scream to them at 810-230-9777. That is just around the corner here.
Do it. Do it now.
We're less than 10 minutes away. 103.9, the Fox.
Jason Voorhees, Sween Dog says. Jason Voorhees. Saloon Day. Well, it won't be Friday the 13th, but it will be a Saloon Day next Thursday. He comes alive on the 13th. Okay, I guess that's right. Yeah, I saw a lot of, I don't think I've ever seen any of those Friday the 13th movies beginning to end, but I've seen clips of a lot of them. So, yeah, I guess that's the story. He comes alive on Friday the 13th. Jasmine Herrera has a post for you, or a tweet for you, which says, no one likes pickles. No one likes pickles. No one likes pickles. I differ with that because I do. Not real big on the garlic flavored, but like sweet pickles and those other kind that they have, those are really good. As long as you keep them apart from a lot of the other food, because sometimes people put pickles on burgers and stuff like that. I'm not big on that kind of thing. But, by themselves, I think they're kind of delicious. Kind of delicious. Sween Dog says pickles yummy. Eric also loves pickles. Chris also loves pickles. All right. Well, Jasmine, you're being proven wrong. We got at least 3 or 4 people right here. Kim, that's Ohio Kim, who does, likes pickles. So another one. Let's continue to dispel this myth that people don't like them. Che Boro is next, and who has several opinions for you. Che Boro says, mac and cheese really isn't all that. Mac and cheese really isn't all that. Rob Suka thinks the McDonald's pickles are good. I'd take or leave those things. I put them on a burger, but, by the time you get them, they're kind of soggy and stuff, so they don't have a lot of effect. Fried plantains are overrated, says Che Boro. There are 4 different comments here in this one particular tweet. Mac and cheese really isn't all that. Fried plantains are overrated. Che goes
It'll be breezy and 40 today, mostly cloudy. Monday.
right now. At the time, we don't really want to have it. No, Eric, everybody's, well, I don't know about everybody, but people who are on YouTube are getting that buffering thing going with them also. We're also battling that. Tina is saying, does anyone do their job right anymore? Well, considering that these airmen name some of the other ones, now it's all, I want to be a YouTube influencer. Oh, the ads thing. The ads thing, says Tina. Why, what's going on with that? What is not happening right with you on those, Tina? You know, I got to be honest with you. I've never done it. I've never even tried. We move on to Dan Richards. We have a fellow who does our nighttime show on Sundays, which his name is Dan Richards. This isn't the same one, I don't think. Who says KFC gravy is meh or meh. I've never used that word in a sentence. M-E-H, meh. I see it show up sometimes in opinions, in descriptions of opinions. Never used it. Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me, but that's what this guy says. KFC gravy is meh. Any of you use that word? Back to Johnny and Steph one more time.
Classic Rock, 103.9 The Fox, shaking you all night long. AC/DC there at 8:28. Coming up in a couple of minutes here, we got the Friday morning Primal Scream. Things to dedicate to all over the place. The Weather Channel got a little screamy the other day. They had a live camera on Bourbon Street for Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And a very well-endowed woman in the crowd pulled her top up. Right as she reached to pull her bra up, they cut away just in the nick of time. Here's the TV host reacting to it.
Into Weather Center Live, or Weather Channel Live, excuse me. We're taking a live look at New Orleans right now. It's people there celebrating Mardi Gras festivities. They're all just kind of soaking in that last little bit of, all right, let's come to me now so we can take a look at where we had severe storms.
Mardi Gras means remove your bra. That's what it means.
Listen, that's what happens when you're live and local, man.
Well, I'm looking. If anybody's ever been on Bourbon Street,
I know,
you know
right?
better than to put a live camera out there. Come on, who doesn't
What
know
could
that?
go wrong, right?
The problem is that they probably had a 22-year-old intern doing the camera work or something.
Well, I think the real problem is that the women who do that are the women that we would rather not have them do that.
That's not true. No.
Really?
Not on Bourbon Street.
No? It's all good?
Everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, your mom will do it on Bourbon Street, trust me. Everybody does it on Bourbon Street.
Right.
It's 8:29 here in the Foxhole, 29 minutes past the top of the hour on the Foxhole Morning Show. So the Friday Morning Primal Scream is coming up next. If you've got something to dedicate it to, by all means, let us know what that is, or just think about it in your head when you're doing it. We'll give you that opportunity. One of the things that everybody's upset about, of course, because nobody likes giving up an hour's sleep. Some people think we shouldn't change it twice a year. It is daylight saving time this weekend.
Go change all your watches and clocks in your home. 1 hour ahead, spring forward, you know. It's daylight savings wherever you roam.
This song is not valid in Arizona and Hawaii.
'Cause the times they are a-changing.
Friday Morning Primal Scream is coming up next year on 103.9 The Fox.
From Kerwood.
It is. I'm going to give this light one more try before we get into it. And I'll give you one more of these. Last thing for this group of posts comes from Sarah Allen, who says, bananas ruin smoothies. Bananas ruin smoothies. Eric agrees with the gravy. Does not like it with his mashed potatoes at KFC. So you think it's meh? Meh. It's hard for me to figure out how to say that word with any degree of sincerity. Meh. Just sounds weird. All right, one more time. I'm going to try this light. Okay. I think we get away with it. Sween Dog, who, by the way, has vacated YouTube, gone to Facebook because YouTube is messing with him, says he loves banana smoothies. Oh, now he's back. Okay. Now, Tina loves gravy on mashed potatoes with KFC, because we're talking specifically KFC gravy here. This guy is whining about that. I'm absent gravy on everything, so I don't worry about it. All of our Bama people are the ones who really love the gravy thing, we find out. If you're watching us on YouTube and you happen to be doing it for the first time, like and subscribe, please, so we can grow the group a little bit more. Love to do it. Done. Oh, I do. Tina wants to know if y'all remember the dance that was called the mashed potato. I certainly remember that one. Remember it. Didn't necessarily do it, but I remember it. It was a fairly easy one to do. Can we do this long, the Hal Saloon? Oh, you want to stay on for an hour and a half. You want to get really ripped on that fireball and we're in the saloon. I don't know. That would be risking life and limb if we let you go out there after a half an hour more drinking that stuff.
Vegetables and herbs on sale now. It's the perfect time to plant seeds indoors and have them.
Once again, tomorrow, International Women's Day. Gravy. Linda likes gravy. Okay, I got that. See. Here we go. Not yet. Yeah, I'm going to scream about this damn light. We were doing okay for a while there, and then we weren't doing okay for a while. Let's see if that works. A little bit better. Maybe a little bit better. Maybe a little bit better. One thing when you see ads on TV nowadays, you're just seeing for zero-turn mowers and stuff to kill your weeds on your lawn. You're not seeing stuff for snow blowers. So there's that. Just like we're playing one for, right now, mower sales. That's a sure sign of spring right there. If you're looking for a sure sign of spring, that's it. All day, every day gravy. Oh, gee. Oh, gee. Linda says all day, every day gravy. Oh, gee. As y'all saw when we were out there out in the sun, it's beautiful out there right now. No clouds anywhere. Later, yes. Right now, it's gorgeous. Jacko's going to love it. We all ready? Because here we go. Just ahead of the Friday morning primal scream, we're looking at two serious crashes, injury involved in both cases. One of them is in the city of Mount Morris. The 600 block of Maple Street is the place. The other one in Flint, we've been working Davison at Dort Highway. That one a problem. Also in the city of Flint, Home Avenue at DuPont Street is a crash scene. And in Davison Township, keep an eye out. We have a disabled vehicle. That's Court Street at Irish. No problems being reported on any of the freeways right now. And, of course, throughout the day, if you're looking to find out if there are any slow spots around that you need to know about, Vehicle City Traffic Info is found at classicfox.com/traffic. You spot a crash, let us know at 810-230-WRSR. That is 810-230-9777 to be a traffic tipster right here on 103.9 The Fox. He said it. Let's do it.
Special victims detective raising eyebrows after appearing in a pole dancing video that's gone viral. You gotta love that. She always carries handcuffs, by the way, the fuzzy kind.
I'm sure they're pink.
And I love this one too. Meghan Markle celebrated the success, quote unquote, of her recently released Netflix show, despite UK critics tearing it to smithereens with scathing reviews. But she was celebrating the success. And people in the UK wouldn't wish wish this on their worst enemy, which, by the way, happens to be
Meghan Markle, yes.
But yeah, some people in the UK wish her nothing but the worst. That's just the royal family.
No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna go to Illinois? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna do a shot with me?
Yeah, and the Denver Broncos have some fans screaming they parted ways with linebackers coach Michael Wilhoit following the assistant's arrest at an airport last month, which is odd because usually convicted criminals get contract extensions in the NFL, especially the murderers. And jail records show that this Wilhoit was arrested on February 23rd on a charge of second-degree assault on a peace officer. This guy's more dangerous to the airport than your average Spirit Airlines passenger.
No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna talk to Ziggy? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna fall down? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna watch soccer? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna go to prison? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna get a haircut? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna swallow poison? No, I don't wanna do that. Do you wanna get in a hot tub full of blackberry brandy with Cindy Crawford?
Save the space
Hey,
for me.
you gave her up for Lent, remember? You gave her up for Lent.
Shoot, you had to remember that.
I did.
All right, here's another one. There was a flight bound for Phoenix. You guys have been seeing this all over the news today. Took an unexpected turn. A passenger started undressing from head to toe before they even took off.
Why?
Hold on. The Houston Police Department said they received a call about this disturbance out of Gate 42 at the William Hobby Airport in Houston on Monday afternoon. Officers found out a woman had stripped all her clothes off and was pounding on the door of the cabin.
The cockpit?
Yeah. You can't just get on a plane and take your clothes off. She thinks she is the pilot. That's exactly what I would have done. No matter where you are or what you're doing, the idea is to scream all that frustration out of your system. The weather's going to be cooperating this weekend, so we'll have a joyous weekend in that regard. So let's get rid of any negative energy we have so we can enjoy it properly. Are you ready?
I am ready.
We all do it together on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Unveiled 30 new menu items in development. Say what you will about Taco Bell, but it's not easy to come up with that many menu items that taste exactly the same.
Meanwhile, a remarkable new discovery suggests that 22,000-year-old tracks found in the United States could be from the world's first vehicle. Scientists theorize it may have been the Mercury Grand Marquis your aunt still hasn't heard about.
Just weeks after reopening to Western visitors, North Korea has halted foreign tourism. That is tough news for all the spring breakers who switched their flights from Nova Scotia to North Korea. The toy company Mattel this week unveiled a new collection of Barbies honoring female friendships, while the ones honoring male friendships are sold separately and just text each other once a year.
Okay, parents, for some reason, had no idea or no interest that there's no food in any of this.
And it was great until the Cookie Crisp people came along and blew the lid off of the whole rack. It's always somebody pushes a good thing just a little too far. Cookie Crisp. If you don't know what this is a cereal. It's not like cookies. It is cookies. This is your breakfast. A bowl of chocolate chip cookies. This cereal should have been called the hell with everything. Ice cream for lunch, cake for dinner, bacon and cigarettes in between. That's the Cookie Crisp Total Health Plan.
Well, there you go, guys. Thank you very much. Now that you got all that screamed out of your system here, let's head into a rockin' and rollin' weekend here in our area in Michigan. It's going to be a nice one. As Johnny said, the weather is going to cooperate. What isn't is the fact that this happens to be the time change weekend, so we get one less hour to enjoy it because we're going to kick the clocks forward an hour on Sunday morning at 2 and go to daylight saving time for the next 8 months. The next time that we're going to be back here on standard time is going to be the first Sunday in November. So we got a ways to go, but time to get used to it. So remember to do that so that you're here on time on Monday morning, because we're going to be doing the same thing tomorrow, Monday, that we do here on Fridays, which is be simul-streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Any other day that begins with a T, we're on Instagram, but of course the other times we're doing all of our simul-streaming as we did today. So whether you joined us on YouTube or on Facebook or on Twitch, thank you very much for your attention and your attendance. Have yourself a pleasant, peaceful, and productive weekend. Come back here on Monday morning at the correct time, which will be 7 a.m. daylight saving time here in the Eastern Time Zone or wherever you're watching, except in Arizona. They don't change because they're just that way. So maybe Dale, you know what? Dale might miss us. If he forgets, he may miss us on Monday morning. The time is going to be weird for him. We'll find out together when we join all of you back here on the Hal Hole. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be sleeping in. Monday, we'll see you. Okay? Okay.